Our main character, Hiroto, comes out to address a crowd. Hiroto thinks that this world is run by rankings, school rankings, social media follower counts, etc., etc. If there was a ranking for humans, where would he be placed? He thinks he won't be the last or the first, but probably 90 millionth among the 100 million people. He is introduced as the new transfer student, who is the academy representative. Hiroto starts his speech by saying that he is the new 7-star student, who is going to stand on everyone's head and reign over them for the next 2 years. He also says he won't let anyone take his stars away. He challenges anyone who has a problem with that to come and fight him, if they want to get humiliated, that is. In reality, that was all a lie too. A lot of interesting characters watch his speech with various expressions. As soon as Hiroto gets down from the stage, he regrets his speech. He also gets a real bad public image. Suddenly his phone buzzes, and it's a welcome video on Academy Island, where the life of students is supported by the latest technology provided by Japan's leading company, Saionji Corporation. Here, their rank is determined by the stars they collect while playing games with each other. The highest rank is the 7 stars. As the video finishes, Hiroto cries, saying that he did not even want to become the 7-star. Several hours ago, Hiroto met a girl who he finds really pretty and seems familiar. He gets flustered and asks for directions towards the Aime Academy as he is new. She tells him that he is in the wrong district and shows him the way, and also tells him not to be formal as they are the same age. He asks her how she knows that. She says that using someone's phone they can see their info if they are lower rank than them. She tells him that they show this in instructions, only to learn he skipped it all. She guides him through his device, saying that it is really important on the island. She tells him all about the device and its features, and offers to take him to the district where he's going, but on the way, the girl accidentally gets sprayed by a sprinkler. She asks Hiroto if this was a coincidence, or did he plan it, but does not believe him when he says coincidence. She suspects that he pretended to need her help and led her to it just to embarrass her. But Hiroto is genuinely confused. The girl says that if a game is what he wants, she will give it to him. Hiroto has no choice but to go along. She agrees and makes him send a game request, but Hiroto forgets to add any details. The lower rank is supposed to set details for it to be a fair game, but Hiroto did not add any. So the girl thinks that he is being overconfident, thinking that he can beat her in any game. She totally misunderstands him, and sets a game thinking he is looking down on her. She sets a hard mode staring contest where showing any emotion will make them lose. They take turns when the other can attack the other by making faces. He understands the game and tells her to start when she again talks about ability, which he does not understand, and says it's fine. She says that having even one ability blocked acts as a handicap. So he did not choose any ability because he thought he could beat her? That's what she thinks anyways. She uses her abilities to reduce his time, and she takes a sword out and attacks him to get an emotion out of him. Just as she's attacking, another sprinkler sprays on her again. She thinks to herself, why is this happening on an important day when she has to go in front of all as a student representative? She realizes all the strangers are looking at her as she is soaking wet. She gets embarrassed. Because of this emotion, she loses. This transfers one of her stars to him, and everyone is shocked that she's defeated. They also seem to be calling her empress for some reason. Hiroto is approached by an old man saying the headmistress wants to meet him. While meeting the headmistress, she explains his situation as he thinks this is a normal scenario on the island. But for him, it's very different as he fought with Empress Saionji Sarasa in the flesh. Sarasa is a second-year student at another academy in District 3. She got the highest score in the entrance exam ever and held the top position as the only 7-star on the island. Sarasa has also not lost any games before this. On top of that, she is the granddaughter of the family that founded the Academy Island, so she is a VIP among VIPs. The headmistress tells him that the founder is a strict and merciless human who would do anything to protect his family name. So the only way to protect a worthless student who barely scraped in the island is to make him a 7-star. The problem in this situation is him being a commoner. So if he is on the same level as Sarasa, the founder won't be as angry. Hiroto resists, but the headmistress makes him check his device on which he has a red star instead of white. A red star is special, and only 10 to 15 have been confirmed on the island. She reveals that the effect of the unique red star gives them the ability to lie about one big thing. She tells him to use the star's effect to hide his 1 star and make it 7, as not many people know about its effect, as the star has been the Saionji family's possession for a long time. He asks how she knows about it, to which she reveals she is a former holder of the red star. The headmistress gives him a choice in this, either to lie or leave the island. He chooses to lie as he has a goal to fulfill on the island. He has someone to find. The mistress tells him his chance will vanish if he doesn't lie, making him think he was set up. So the headmistress tells him she is just a cunning woman who takes every opportunity she gets. Back to the present. After his speech, the mistress compliments him for putting on such a dramatic speech. She gives him a dorm to live in, and on the way there, he is pulled by Sarasa. She pins him and asks what his deal is, as he knows her weakness and still has not said anything to anyone. She says she knows she is being selfish, but she has her reasons. She begs him not to expose her, and that she will do anything. Hiroto does not understand, and he says so. So, Sarasa reveals that she is not actually Sayonji Sarasa. She admits she's been impersonating Sarasa for the last year. Her name is actually Rina. She explains that the red star has a disadvantage and that if it is passed on, the next person gets to know the lie that the previous owner used. Hiroto explains that he is truly clueless about the island's technology, and he did not know about her secret till she told her. He explains that he is using the red star to lie about his position, making her realize she exposed herself. Simultaneously, he also realizes she is just a double, so the founder won't be angry if he beat her, so there was no point in him being the 7th star in the first place. He reaches his dorm, which turns out to be a whole-ass mansion with a super cute maid. He meets the live-in help Himeji, who first hides from him as she was not informed Hiroto is a male. Himeji introduces herself and says she is enrolled in the same academy as Rina and will be helping at a request from the headmistress. They introduce each other and talk about their hatred for the headmistress and dine together. While dining, Hiroto is quite open about his feeling, making Himeji confused, as he is a master of shielding his emotions, to which he says he can be blunt when his guard is down. After dinner, Himeji explains that every district has an academy which is ranked. The academies get benefits according to their rank. The students with 5 or more stars are considered advanced, and the more 5-star students, the higher the academy rank. So having a 7-star student would make the academy top. That's why the mistress was on board. She explains that they bet their stars on a game and the abilities help to defend it. Rina was able to defend her stars, but he won't, as his actual level is 1 star. So he will be playing boss battles as a level 1 player. Himeji explains that they will help him keep up his lie for the next 2 years, and she makes him choose a battle for the next morning to make an impact. This game will also be a tutorial to show how their assistance will work. He doubts how will he really win, and she replies that it's obvious, by cheating. In other words, by hacking. She introduces him to their secret group, called the Company, and gives him an earpiece to contact Kagaya, head of electronics. She says if he does not draw attention to the hacking and acts natural, he will win. Himeji explains that they are doing prohibited stuff, but the Company won't botch it, as they would be banned if this gets out. He thinks this is so devious, but when his goal comes to his mind, he agrees. The next morning he wins his match with ease, making him trust the abilities of the Company. Himeji too compliments him on his skills, and Hiroto heads to school. Later, Himeji tells him about a favorable game invite from a 3 RD year student from District 11. He goes to play as a huge stadium. Rina is also there as a special audience. Hiroto's challenger is named Urasaka, and she chose a 100m race. Urasaka uses a heavily modified bike and uses her abilities to boost her powers, but having no abilities, Hiroto chooses foot. The race starts, and just before she reaches the finish, she falls off the bike. Hiroto acts like he saw through her speed booster and defense abilities. In reality, it was the Company's hacking that stopped her, but he pretends that he used his abilities to nullify her abilities. After the race, Rina approaches him and tells him it's good he did not lose, as she will be the one who will defeat him. Then, she leaves him a note to meet in secret. Later, he asks Himeji to disable his monitoring and goes to meet Rina. She explains that the real Sarasa was kidnapped, and the kidnapper had no demands. So she was asked to take her place to see the kidnapper's actions, as she was a close friend of the real Sarasa. She tells him how the Sayonji children are not allowed out before high school. Teachers and friends are chosen for them, so no one knows what the real Sarasa looked like. Hence, the Sayonji family chose a talented student like Rina to take Sarasa's place. She says she does not know when Sarasa will return, but till then, she has to protect her reputation and asks for his help. If someone else gets the red star, then they can see all the previous lies of its previous owners. So, if he loses, all the lies will be exposed, so they won't know what will happen to the real Sarasa, and the headmistress won't have a reason to protect him, as he didn't really beat the real Sarasa. Seeing it is important for him to stay, she asks him his reason, to which he explains he is here to look for a childhood friend. So they form an alliance and exchange ID to stay in touch. The next day at school, they pretend that they're on talking terms and talk casually. Suddenly, a mysterious laughing character appears above them, with sinister intentions. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.